my name's Lenny and this is a Python installation and setup video brought to you by UPE. Let's start with the Mac operating system, in particular Mac OS X. Go to python.org and you can take a look at the different options here: About, Downloads, Documentation. You can look into the Python community. You can even check out some success stories in these different fields, keep up with the news, and even learn more about events. So to start off, we're going to go ahead and download the Python 3.8.4 version for Mac OS X. Save the installation. As that's working on its installation and download, we'll go ahead and follow the installation wizard. The default settings will suffice for this process. Once prompted, go ahead and proceed with the installation process. The download may take a few minutes, so in the meantime, why not take a look at this main page again? So, documentation is very helpful. There's even a beginner's guide. And this is an excellent resource. Totally tap into this. This will help you learn so many fundamentals and really be a great asset to your journey as a computer scientist. One fun note about Python is that it's used in so many machine learning applications. It's really great for data manipulation. Now that this installation is complete, you'll notice that Python 3.8 is available in your Applications folder. I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop the idle integrated development environment icon down into the lower taskbar. To double check that it's functioning properly, we're going to go ahead and launch idle. Now I'm just throwing away that installer because who needs to keep that? So we'll go ahead and launch idle, and as you can see, this is an interpreter. This is an interpreter window. Test that it's functioning by typing in help and 2 parentheses, both open and closed. This will get you more familiar with how this shell operates. In order to create a script, just to test that this is all working correctly, let's go ahead and print hello world. You're going to select the run option, make sure it's saved, and it'll output hello world for you. Next, we have Windows 10. You might notice I'm using a virtual machine to do this because it's just easier for this recording process. So this virtual machine is configured to run in Windows 10 Home Edition. Go to that same page, python.org, and find this executable installer. x86-64 will suffice. Go ahead and run that and allow the process to begin. I went ahead and added Python to the path just in case that's helpful later on. The installation wizard will take you through the process, and it may take a few minutes. I've edited it down to be a little faster for the purposes of this tutorial video. Once the setup is complete, go ahead and close down the installation wizard. But do take note that there is an online tutorial hyperlink there in that window that you can always take a look at another time. Go ahead and search for the idle integrated development environment and launch it. Here you can see the shell that you might have gotten used to by now. I went ahead and saved this file ahead of time and go ahead and run it. As you can see, it outputs to the interactive shell, and you can type help there to get more info. Next up, we've got Linux Ubuntu. Chances are you're pretty familiar with the terminal if you're using Linux. So first, take a look at the distribution of Linux you're using. Then just double check you've got Python 3 installed. Go ahead and do an update to make sure you've got all the proper dependencies. And next, install the idle 3 integrated development environment. Once the installation is done, it's very simple. Type in idle in the command prompt, and it'll launch the shell for you. Here's your familiar interactive shell. Type help just to ensure that it's working, and then go ahead and open up a new file and do the classic hello world print statement. Once it's ready and saved, run the module and verify that it outputs properly. This completes the Python installation setup tutorial brought to you by Upsilon Pi Epsilon. We hope you've enjoyed your experience and have a fantastic day.